Well, I'll catch my breath, we'll do garage gym tour. Let's see if I can get my phone off the tripod. It's not, we'll hold it. No biggie. Alright, there's the tripod. Just holding the phone. It's gotta be nice and tall so I can make it move up and down. Alright, here it is, the gym bag and the lawnmower. Today's the day I squat the mulch. Alright, so we'll go over these later. I just ordered these. These are for the bands. This is for an upper body day. So we'll see those later. To be determined. It's like a teaser. Alright, so the bands of various strength. These are quite big, right? Most people can get away with just these because you can double them up and do one arm for an exercise. They're made by Elite FTS out of Ohio. Pretty good stuff. Alright, these are the weights that came with the dumbbell. Handles for the other band style that I have. Right, you want the carabiners. They're different from the full loops. There. That's a good one. It was cheap too. Alright, coming over here. We've got 2 adjustable dumbbells. These were the most expensive part of the gym because people are charging an arm and a leg for weights nowadays because of COVID, and that sucks, but they will resell at least if I have to resell them. Alright, we got the slides on the side. They go up to 100 pounds each. You can find them for less weight and cheaper. This is part of a barbell kit that someone loaned me, which is cool. Here's the bench. They made it in high school. They loaned it to me. I use it for all sorts of exercises. This is the one piece that I feel like I was able to start this because of this. So, you know, do yourself a favor and get a cheap bench. You can do all sorts of things on it. Today we're not using a bench for leg day, which is kind of cool in its own right. That'll be a good point to make on the YouTube video. All right. So here are the hooks. So Anchor, I think is the name of the brand. I don't know. Gym Mini, there were 3 for $50. They were cool. Huge lag screws into the wall. As low as I could get it on the wall without going into the concrete there. One that's my shoulder height here, and one that is all the way above my head that I need to get on a chair to get to. Very important. Get the TRX up there, get the bands on there for like tricep push downs and stuff like that. All right. So, you know, less than a corner of the garage, I pulled the cars out. It all fits, including the junk shelf. That's all I need. All right. Stretching pad. Stretching my hip flexors here, they're always tight. Doing that by me being on the stretching pad. I'm pushing my hips forward. I'm not leaning forward, but that's just a quad stretch. Probably best to put your hands in your hips to let you know where you're pushing. Got some leg training that is getting creative today, for sure. Hamstring curls with some bands. pad is great. Just make sure your core isn't too dirty. Alright, splitting the leg out, all the way out. Sit back into it. Big stretch here. Come up out of it if it's a little tense. It's good to start with these as long as you're not doing it for too long. Ten to 30 seconds. Got this pad here. Here's the brand. Next exercise is going to take a little bit of setup. So I've got these bands here, and they are attached to the bottom hook in the wall. All right. On these bands is a carabiner and an ankle strap that's Velcro. Nothing fancy here. This is just as basic. It came in a kit with some of my other stuff. This is the brand, and yeah, they've been really good so far. All right. Knee on the pad. This is going around my ankle. Okay, you don't want this so tight that it's choking your ankle out here. Alright, knees on the pad. Scooting out a little far. And you're just driving your heels to your backside. Alright, so you want tension on them the whole time. So I need to get a little further out. Adjust the camera too. I've got the blanket here for extra comfort. Okay. Alright, so whatever angle your leg is going, that's what angle you're going to feel it. Because you have two major hamstring parts. You have the inside, the medial, and then you have the lateral, right? So wherever you're trying to feel it the most, that's how you want to adjust your feet. There's no one way of doing this. So tension out. There we go, there's more tension the whole time. Alright, just relaxing with the upper body. I would like to be the highest. And if I could be a hero, I would like to be Superman. You can even go 1 to 10. Just leave the other leg there. Kind of like that. Alright, I'm going to stretch out just a little bit further. So, this black band is my heaviest band. And that's just because of my strength level. But if I wanted to go one step lighter, I'd use this red one. And then they start way lighter than this, so you don't have to go crazy. It's pretty cool. Big stretch to start. Slight pause at the top. You don't want to bend your lower back too much, if you can help it. Okay, so next we got some TRX squats. We've already got the TRX up there on the high hook. This is really high up there. I had to get on a chair to put it on. This is as high as my hand is gonna reach. And that's on purpose because you do want it as high as you can put it up and safely put it on there for most TRX. We're gonna do two kinds of squats. We're gonna come out wide and I'm out of frame. We're gonna shorten these up a little bit because the depth is based on our knees and other body parts. Okay, we'll only need one eventually. So right here, starting wide, I got my toes pointed slightly out. Can't quite see that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going down, my hips are going all the way down to the ground by my ankles. And I'm trying not to pull with my upper body, so you don't want to fall back. Trying to stay on top of my legs when I'm coming up. So the closer your joints are and you feel no pain, the more work you're doing. So if you can, kind of get your arms out in front of you and leave the rope slack. They're just there to save your butt if you need them. The things that you said to me, they will grow inside the make-believe. Good warm-up set of about 20. Legs are definitely the hardest to work out without in the gym. Maybe the least fun too. Hopefully some of these movements are fun. Alright, here's the trick. To make it instantly hard enough, you're grabbing a dumbbell. Almost any weight would do. Whatever you can hold with one arm. Holding it between your legs. Doing the same exercise. So you don't want to scrunch up your back. That's no good. Keep your shoulders back. Keep the dumbbell in front of you so your hips can go back. There we go. Alright. Now it's feeling like a leg press machine. Alright. Make sure your pull is tight. Other arm with the weight. It doesn't matter which way you hold the weight. It's whatever feels better without your shoulders falling forward on you. You might ask if the TRX is even necessary at this point. Well, I really want my hips to be really far back, so I don't want to be stranded. So without it, you know, you kind of could fall back. It's harder to push up through your heels. It's less effective. Yeah, you could easily do this without a TRX too. You just hook one of these bands we got up on the wall. You just hold on to it so you don't fall. Even a cheaper way of doing it. Alright, let's try this out. Get out the frame a little bit. There you go. That's the cool thing about the TRX and go left to right. Alright, so my knees are pointing the same direction my toes. I am coming forward, but my shoulders are staying up and back. It takes some practice to get to do that. There we go. I'm pushing through the outside of my feet. That's just where it feels the best for me. Ideally, you want to use your whole foot on these exercises. All right. That's a better angle. Barely holding on to the TRX. Staying wide. Pushing my knees out. There's such a thing as too wide. If you're only feeling it in your bum, that's too wide. You can pause at the bottom That's a killer. Okay, so my legs are they're narrow the whole time. That's not what's important. What's important is me holding on to it here. Okay, looks good. Legs narrow. Whatever arm you're holding this with, the other one is beside your body. Lean back a little bit before you start. You're going all the way back, push up through your heels, right? So get so far back that your arms stay straight the whole time, that's the trick. All right. Just a couple practice reps. Definitely stretching with that arm. If you want to go underhand, that's fine. You really want the weight behind you, not in front of you, because you gotta lean back, so you don't want it to rest on your quad or anything like that. There you go. Push it close. That's all you want to get. It's okay if it bangs against the ground. Your elbow and arm should almost be giving out at the same time as your legs, like my arm right now. So last stream I had 2 of these bad boys, and I was just doing close squats with slightly turned out toes. I do prefer this to the TRX version, but someone might not have 2 heavy dumbbells, so either is fine. In either case, the dumbbells are always better than the barbell. I'm trying to throw that on your back for people of all different levels and lifting types. You can do any of these without the belt, without the dumbbells. Any at any time with both straps. Keep it close, push to the heels. For me, not enough weight without the dumbbells, but that's okay. The dumbbells out of the way. Don't pick stuff up like that. 2 hands, because this is advanced maneuver. Gotta make sure I'm in frame. Okay. Sticking a leg out, so I'm starting with my left leg this way. Down all the way. Let's lengthen these up. The longer they are, the more options you have for where to put your feet. There it is. There you go, all the way to the floor and come up. So you can hold your leg up as high as you want and get some hip flexor going there. And the higher you have, the tougher it is. Right? Also, you're more focused on the leg that's going up and down, the left leg here, so to the right of the screen, so you don't have to hold it all the way up. TRX quad, superset with 3 exercises. Whenever I'd rather leg workout, because I do feel it after, which is cool. So legs, arms straight the whole time with the dumbbells, toes forward, any size dumbbells. So these don't quite fit between my legs. So if I had a choice, which I don't, because I don't have unlimited funds, that's the point of the channel, is that I would have a smaller dumbbell here. But still, toes going forward, plenty of room. I think I'll just use 1. I use 1, I'll make it heavier if I have to. There we go. This is better. I feel it stretching out my problem areas. Alright, more of a hinge than a squat. I was bending my knees too much. Totally hold it like this too, if it lets you go low enough. Nope. Going kind of quick for a leg day, a lot quicker than we're doing in the gym. It's good for the cardio though. Alright, grip on both sides. hinging wide leg. Pushing through the middle of my feet. So like right here, if you can see that. Now you can't. On the inside here. Use your behind to come up through. Trying to pass the weight through my legs to feel it more in my hamstrings. Alright. The bells are heavier for the next set. Oh jeez. Next time. I'm also dieting down. I'm not as lean as I want to be. That's the real excuse. Alright, hips back. There you go. Don't have the knees go over the toes. Alright, I feel my butt taking over for this exercise. The hamstring's not quite getting engaged, which is not ideal. I might be tired from the hamstring band curl earlier. Alright, so on this one you don't even need any weight at all. This can be tough on people's lower back, so just grab literally anything. You do want something as a point of reference. Alright? So I'm looking around for something. This weighs like 8 ounces or something like that, okay? So the point is that it's just a point of reference for me to push it through my legs to know what my hamstrings are doing, right? So if this is a 5-pound weight, it'd be just as good as an exercise. There we go. This is funny. Well, when this channel blows up, that's the idea, right? Get that sub button. So I'm still doing the same exercise. Not sure if you can see it. Get in front of the bench. Still feeling it because I gassed myself off on the heavy weights. So yeah, you don't need to wait. Just something to let you know that you're getting your hips back and you're pushing this away. Alright. Any dumbbell, any size, 5 pounds, 100 pounds, it doesn't matter. What matters is your technique. So we're grabbing this, get close as possible to the camera, right there, okay. So we're going between our legs. You're actually initiating the pull with your trap muscle, so it's a little bit of a back exercise, right? So you want to pull so hard from by the ground that your trap shoves it up, right? But then before you squeeze and flex, you're driving through with the hips as the arm is coming up, eventually getting above the head. So back, hips, and then you're catching the weight above your head. So it's just passing in front of my face, right? So it's still too close, or not close enough. What matters is the elbow. So the weight is floating. I'm throwing it up so hard with my butt, with my full body, that I'm actually catching it in the air. Down safely. Careful not to stab yourself with one of these. Thinking about driving with my behind. Power from the legs. You can have your knees outside your toes a little bit, working the sides as well. Alright, this one's tough, so I need to stop talking to the left hand. Alright. That was brutal. I think I'll do different shots. Oh, look, my upper body's doing a little closer, so let me set that up. Whew. All right. Trying to find the